Papa. Good evening, everybody. I love you too, man. I do. I do. You know, I know you would do this to me, but hey, I'll take it. Good evening, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank you very much for being here because you all understand that this is a very busy season. It is also a very important season of the year. You could have been anywhere you wanted to, but you chose to be here with us. We would like to thank you dearly for that. Tonight is a very important night. I know I'm already in trouble following Papa because he already took a lot of things that I needed to say, but I will say them anyway. Tonight is an absolutely important night for the African community which we are celebrating. But we cannot celebrate the African community without celebrating the community at large. The community is where we live. It is where we work. It is where we worship. Wherever we go, we'll find you. Most of us are already US citizens. Some of us are permanent residents. Others are yearning for that opportunity. All of that is made possible because we are here. We all fulfill dreams that would have never been possible were it not for our being in America. So we would like to thank America for that. All the elected officials who are here representing America, we would like to thank this country that we call home today. Thank you very much. This is definitely something that we really mean because as Papa said before he left, most of us are here to stay because we have kids, they're in school, they will be soon in college. Some of them are already there. So we are grounded in this community. It is our duty today to be full-fledged participant of the betterment of this community. It is our duty to make it a place of love and bliss, to make it a place of understanding, to make it a place of peace. So that's the reason why we're gathering here today to celebrate us, to celebrate you, to celebrate everybody who's here. Zig Ziglar once said that the secret of success is in service. If you help enough people get what they want, you will eventually get what you want. At ALG, this is something we definitely understand and live by. Everywhere we go, whoever we see, we would like to help you. We would like to serve you. Just as the founder said before he left, we are not beggars. We are not takers. We would like to give back to this community that we call home, the community that we understand dearly. That's the reason why. Understanding that service is absolutely important, LG make it a point to teach public speaking classes. Why? Because if you would like to serve, you have to be able to make yourself available, to go out there, to meet people, but most importantly, to be able to talk to them. But not only that, to be able also to influence them. That's the reason why ALG has public speaking classes, which is open to everybody who's willing to enroll. We meet every Tuesday from 6 p.m., from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. So we are asking everybody who's interested because you will see the proof of the pudding tonight. That will lead me to my conclusion. Please help me welcome the graduating class of our last session, these wonderful people. Come on, guys. Thank you very much, guys, for being here. You look awesome, man. I love this. Yes, yes. That's part of the game. Dress for success. You've done it all tonight. Thank you very much. So this is how we will proceed. First of all, I would like to introduce somebody, and they will give us a little speech to show what they have learned, because they achieved tremendous success through this. First of all, I would like to bring on stage, or to call Leo. Leo Gomis is a young man from Senegal. When I met him, he was really not enrolled to the class. He just came there to look for a friend, but he assisted one session. Right after that, he owned everything. His dedication is just amazing. I would like to allow him to say a few words. Thank you, Leo.
Thank you very much, Majama. Good evening, everybody. Tonight is a great night, and it's a great honor to be here. You guys look great, so I had to rise to the occasion a little bit. But tonight, I really think tonight is about all of us here in this room. And I would like to thank Papa for allowing this night to happen, because without him, there wouldn't be no ALG, there wouldn't be a great night like tonight, there wouldn't be great people looking amazing like they are tonight. I would like to thank also my fellow graduates, Faisal, Dio, Lai, and Faith, for being part of that class and just teaching me so much. But tonight it isn't about me or them, but it's about all of us. And what I would like to share with you guys is something that we all have in common, something that gets us to where we need to be, something that pushes us every day in our lives, and that I call persistence. Obviously, you guys wondering, he's pretty tall. He should be playing basketball right now. Yes, you're right. I should be. But sometimes you put a hold on your dreams to chase bigger dreams. And I realized what was my purpose when I lost my mom. And it was December 31st, 2005. I was very, very young, and from that day on, I had to figure out what my future is going to be like, because she was the only one that cared about me. And nobody else believed in me. So I had to stay consistent with my vision, my dreams, and I was able to achieve a lot through basketball, giving me an opportunity to go to school for free, despite the people who didn't believe in me. So I know what persistence is, and I know most of you have that in common with me, because most of you wake up every day to go to work, to feed your family, clothe your kids. Some of you have 2, 3 jobs, and you guys go ahead and just make the best out of it. So tonight, I really want you guys to take a time to reflect on these years, all the blessing, the fulfillment you guys was able to achieve, and just think about the downfalls too that makes you guys stronger. Sometimes you have to take a step back to really recharge. Sometimes you go to war, you run out of ammo, you don't know how to shoot no more. So you got to go recharge. And that's what I was able to do. And being part of this class with LG have given me that opportunity to do something outside of myself. Because when you focus on your dream, chasing the basketball, it's personal. But then when you in a room with great people like Faisal and Dio, then you learn something about all of them. And you're doing something outside of yourself. And I want you guys to not take any given day for granted, because I took them for granted before. I wasn't grateful. I lost my mom. All of a sudden, she left. So I had to find my purpose, and I know you guys have a purpose, and you guys chasing your dreams, and you guys making sure you take care of your kids and do all you gotta do for them to be successful. And persistence for you kids, farmer, I know you asked me what persistent means. It means never give up. It's a firm continuance in a course of action without giving up in spite of opposition. So I want you guys to know that tonight, you guys take a time to think about that, and I want you guys to take home that tonight we're going to celebrate the end of the year, and thank you for all of you that was able to give out those toys for the kids, and have fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Leo. Thank you so much. Next, I'll be calling Du. Du is from Sudan. Go on, man.
Good evening, guys. Thank you for taking the time to come out this cold weather we have today. You know, it's tough driving that weather, but once again, thank you for everybody that donated toys for Kids Drive. We appreciate that. Being part of this LG family, the public speaking class has been a tremendous change in my life. I got an opportunity to learn from each person in here, from Papa and Majima. Appreciate you guys for everything you guys done for us. And the public speaking class for me was more than just a public speaking class. I got the opportunity to grow as an individual by reading important books such as Think, Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. With these books that we learned within the class, I use those skills, those opportunities to better myself. I always had a big fear of speaking in front of people. For some reason, I don't know why. When I've been asked to speak, my body stands up, but my mind sits down. I don't know, for real. Like, I'm not the only one in here, I promise you. But with these books, these steps that I learned from the class allowed me to overcome that fear of talking in front of folks. And I appreciate you guys once again. I can't stress that enough. My favorite book from the class that I got to read was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And he wrote 13 steps that an individual can use to strive to become better as a person. And my favorite step was the 12th one. It has to do with the brain. And without the brain, we won't be doing what we're doing today. Won't be able to drive, won't be able to just live. With the brain, what I like about it is I can use my own brain, my mind, to better myself and overcome these fears by utilizing these steps. And through practice within class, I've been able to do that. And there's been a tremendous change for me, and I appreciate everything that you guys done for us within this community. Thank you for coming out once again. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Du. Next online, I think, is Faisal. I would like to talk about this man. He's originally from Ghana. But what you would not know by just looking at him is that he has a passion, a great passion to serve, not only through our community, but also outside. I've just learned that he spends most of his times with the homeless people, trying to help them. I think it's very commendable. Thank you so much, Faisal. We'd love to hear from you.
Thank you very much, Majoma, for this warm welcome. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. It's a wonderful day. You guys are looking still great. You know, look at us. Look at Papa. Beautiful wife. Thank you. Today, we say we're graduating today. But honestly, it's not just graduation for me. Personally, there's something special about today that defines who I am as a person. My peers here tonight have very interesting topics to, you're going to be hearing from them. Very nice, very motivative and everything. But there's one thing about the topic that I chose, desire. You know, desire itself, as Napoleon Hill said in Think and Grow Rich, he said, desire is the first step towards every achievement. You know, desire itself is simply the strong feeling to see something happen. The strong willingness to see that something changed. It's an achievement. Simple to define desire. You're looking at yourself in the mirror. What do you see? You feel like you have a desire to do something. It's just a reflection of yourself. It's just you trying to do who you are. Growing up as a kid, all I know is to help people. I know I have something within me. I don't know how to transform it into reality. But for one thing, for sure I know that I have a talent. ALG, being Papa, is the one. Papa is a blessing in my life. He is like a magnet, as fish call it. He attracts everybody. His passion for the community is unconditional. I remembered walking to Papa's office to have a discussion with him about public speaking. We had a very, very lengthy conversation. I remember that day vividly. Papa said to me, the desire to help others, the desire to see change in people. 2 weeks after that day, I enrolled in this class. I know I have a lot of downfalls when it comes to reading. 3 months into this class, I was told I'm not going to be able to graduate. I was like, really? I was heartbroken. Went home trying to find out, what did I did wrong? Why didn't, but I remembered I missed a lot of presentations. I remembered I was late to class. A month after, I went in this class again. This time, my mind was at work. I know that every single day as I drive, I have this thing within me that feels like you can visualize yourself, seeing yourself empowering people, seeing yourself making difference in the life of others. 2 months into this class, I realized that I have to be listening to audiobooks. I listened to audiobooks every single day. It got to a time I started reading the books. I started finding interest in the books. 2 months into this class, Papa told me, Faisal, I think you're ready. And I said, why do you think I'm ready? And he said, you just give a speech. That moment, I know that my desire, the burning desire in me, the talent that I have in me, that God-given talent to make difference in the life of others is coming into reality. Today, I saw this day in a dream. I saw myself talking to people. Today, it's not just a graduation for me. Today, it's a fulfillment of one desire. Today, I'm standing before you today. I'm ready to serve you. I'm ready to do anything you want just because ALG defined who I am. ALG made me who I am. Think about your desire. Do you have one?
Je pense qu'on a assez parlé anglais. Il faudrait qu'on parle français maintenant. Good. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Like they said, I would like to thank everyone here tonight by sharing with us your precious time. Before coming here in the United States, we heard about a famous saying that time is money, but we only understood the meaning of that once we coming here. Time is money. True. That's why we can't afford to waste it. So we are always running to cash because we all know how valuable it is. But are we making the good decision? Do you really think it is interesting to waste all our time chasing money? Why not just take few hours of our time and preparing ourselves to just like be able to invest in our future? The answers of my questions I got it by being part of this public speaking class. So thank you, guys. I share with this class a lot. I exchange with them. I learn a little bit of English with Papa. I got corrected with my facilitator. So I learn a lot. But not only English. I learned how to stand here today and talk with you guys. And this is the power of Mastermind. Power of Mastermind, Dr. Hill in Think and Grow Rich, saying no mind is sufficient by himself. He needs to be in contact with other minds to grow and just impact of the people. I asked last week to one of my friends that if ever you get paid for being a part of this class, would you? She said me, yes, of course. And that remember me a saying of Jack Ma when he say, if you put bananas and money in the front of monkey, monkey will choose bananas because monkey don't know that money can buy a lot of bananas. In reality, it's, I don't say they are monkey, but if you put money and knowledge in the front of people, they will choose money. Because most of the time, people don't know that knowledge can bring more money and happiness. So how to make the good choice is by being prepared. Because when we are not prepared, we are preparing to fail. Absolutely. And and like Papa is saying most of the time, when we fail, we don't have our place in the table, right? And if we are not in the table, we are on the menu. We don't want to be on the menu, we want to be on the table. Thank you, Papa. So, unfortunately tonight, I will be not able to exchange with all of you here and take benefit with your experience. So I want to invite everybody to come in our next public speaking class because they don't fire me. I will be here again and again. So come share with us your experience because we want to benefit of that. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, Abdullah. I think you all realize what's amazing about this is that he's not even been here for a year. So he's struggling with English. I am sure if this speech was in French, he will wow the crowd. No doubt about that. So keep on learning English. We'll definitely need you here. Next one is a young lady. Her name is Faith. Faith impacted already a lot of people. She started in our first session missed a few class, and then we decided that we would have to come back again. That's how serious the class is. She was not happy about it when we did that. I don't want to spill the beans. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. I'll just let you guys witness what she has to give you tonight. Give them a round of applause.
Thank you so much, Majama. You know, I don't know what it is. I haven't really had anything to eat tonight, but my stomach is just full of butterflies. And I'm having a hard time getting rid of them. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I would like to talk to you about a subject that is very dear to my heart. It's one that I've really struggled with and that I'm sure many of you can resonate with as well. This topic governs our lives and our habits. It's the building block of success or failure, happiness or sadness, greatness or mediocrity. It determines what careers we go into and even who we marry. The topic that I'm referring to is decision, the mastery of procrastination. Yet, despite its significance, many of us go through life in a state of indecision. We live chained to the enemy of decision, procrastination. Procrastination has such an allure to us that causes us to neglect important tasks only to deliver mediocre where exceptional was within reach. Procrastination is the enemy of decision because it promises temporary relief from the demands of a decisive mind. Just like many of you, I have struggled with procrastination, but it wasn't always a battle. You see, I grew up in Kenya, and in Kenya, as is in many African countries, discipline is strictly enforced, whether it be by parents, teachers, and even neighbors. And that leaves very little room for procrastination. Not only that, the state of living in most African countries compels you to act when an opportunity arises, so that you don't succumb to the poverty that consumes those who neglect important decisions. I remember the urgency that usually followed my parents' every command. When mom said, clean the dishes, sweep the floor, fix your bed, my response was always yes. Any other nonchalant dismission of the task promised repercussions that were not pleasant. When you know that the belt is only a trouser away and the stick only a branch away, you don't say, I'll do it later. You say, yes, ma'am, and get to it. There she is. This wasn't only true at home. It was even more apparent at school, where it seemed like the teachers invented reasons for punishing students. My teachers were notorious for making us kneel in front of the classroom for hours and call the rain when we procrastinated on our assignments, missed class, or even spoke in class. Immediately after primary school, I went to a secondary boarding school where I had to wake up at 5 a.m. on the dot. Not 5:05, 5:10, like I'm used to doing now. It was always that when a decision needed to be made, it was made because the consequences of indecision were dire. Now that all came to a halt when I moved to America and went to college. You see, college was an animal in itself. Not only did I lack the discipline that I needed because it had always been enforced on me, I took advantage of the fact that my parents weren't there. You know, they couldn't see my report card and didn't know when I went to school. So procrastination came easy. Now, procrastination didn't only affect my performance at school. It found its way into my personal life, where it affected my dreams and my goals as well. As time went on, I began to realize that I was sabotaging myself. My procrastination in school resulted in B's and C's when I had the potential of achieving A+. Now, I began to understand that to overcome procrastination, I needed to be able to make a decision. Napoleon Hill says that the world has a habit of making room for the man whose ways and actions shows that he knows where he's going. And my procrastination showed that I was lost. For me to change that, I had to start making decisions definitely and quickly. Not only make those decisions, but following up the decisions with a definite plan of action was important as well. Now, I love listening to this motivational speaker by the name of Eric Thomas. In one of his videos, he gave a story of a lion and a gazelle that I want to share with you tonight. Every single day in Africa, when the sun rises, the gazelle wakes up knowing that it has to outrun the lion to survive. And the lion wakes up that for it to eat and survive, it has to outrun the gazelle. Now, both of these animals are driven by different instincts. The lion is driven by hunger, while the gazelle is driven by fear. Now, let's say one day the gazelle decides, oh, I'm not really feeling like running today, don't really want to do cardio anymore. It's going to die. And if the lion says, oh, you know, I'm just going to eat tomorrow, I'll just let that gazelle go, it may not survive as well. Now, this got me thinking. Humans are very interesting. You know, we're the smartest creatures that God made, yet we intentionally live miserable lives. We can't really live like animals, living on instinct, but why do we settle into lives that we don't like when we have the abilities to change them? You know, it all begins in the mind. We have to make decisions that unchain us from indecision and procrastination. I know for me, I've made quite a lot of bad choices, but joining ALG has been one of the best choices that I've made so far. Being a part of this group of influencers and having them impact my life has really changed my life for the better. And I want to encourage you, if you're looking for a group of people that will change you, that will help you to be better, that you should consider joining ALG as well. Now, we're going into a new year, and I want to encourage you to consider the choices that you're making. I mean, we all have a tendency to get excited about the new year. You know, we make goals, and you're like, oh, you know, I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to do this and that. And then by March, everything is just gone, you know. So I want to challenge you to look at your life and the choices that you're making and understand if you're allowing procrastination to affect you. If you're going forward in your life by making the right choices, or if you're staying where you are or going behind by procrastinating and not making the right choices. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, Faith. I think that was very powerful. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the class of ALG graduating tonight. So I will definitely need help from the elected officials here who will hand out the certificates to them. First, I would like to call, where's my list, man? Okay, first I would like to call Ms. Sherry Gibson. Leo.